Hey guys, what's up? Nuno here from Mental Coaching for Sports. This is the first video after the 100 video insights that I've put up on YouTube. So this is the first video after those 100, and this insight is about being in the edge and how you can balance being in the edge. So it's, when we speak about, taking yourself to the edge or the limit, this can be, in one hand controversial. On the other hand, it's something that really needs to be spoken about, because one of the things that taking us to the edge does is it will push our own evolution, our own growth. So if humans never gone to their own edges, we wouldn't have had the progresses that we've had today. This applies to sports and outside sports. Anyways, we're focused on sports, so I'm speaking to you as athletes. How do you manage? How far can you go? How do you deal with that in terms of your own progress, your own performance, your own evolution? How can you honor the where your limit is, and how far can you push that limit? So it's a quite paradoxical point that you can, if you're a top athlete, you will have found this many times. And I'll just quickly give you an example. So I was in the past an elite athlete. I was a swimmer. I'm no longer an elite athlete. I love sports and I continue to practice sports pretty much every day. I surf, I go to the gym, and I run. Those are my three main things these days. And so I was, for the first time, a few months ago, I started preparing for my ever first half marathon. I was never a guy of running and And throughout as I was preparing, when it came close to the time, I didn't plan very well, because I'm doing this recreationally, and I didn't plan it so well that when I was like 4 weeks away, I was feeling good up to the 10 kilometers I was running, and this is 21 kilometers. And then I decided to, give it an extra 6 kilometers and, see how I feel, etc., because the race is coming, And when I did that, I really started complaining with my ankle. I started having this sort of sharp pain on my ankle. Could be the insertion of the or the origin of the Achilles tendon, just on your heel, and there on the tendon. And it was tough, because the first thought that came was like, it's really important for me to finish this half marathon. And in terms of my personality, I like to do well. I like to, give it my best and perform well. And so I had to balance, how am I going to manage my training up until then with this sharp pain, and how am I going to do in the race? So, I iced it, and I rested it for maybe a week, and I went for another run. And this is 1 week before, and I did my longest run. It was, so my first longer run was 14, and then it was 16. I think about a week and a half later. And this is, when I do the 16, this is 1 week to the race. So after I ran the 16, which I performed well, but I had to manage the pain, and it got worse. It got like it never been, and this is like a week. And so I'm really focused still. I really want to go. I really want to do this for myself, and I just started preparing mentally. Kept saying, you're gonna do well. You're gonna do well. I iced it every day. Saw some improvements. I rested the whole week. I just went for a run 4 days after, and it was a very light run. It gave some signs that it could go wrong. It was still sharp, the pain. So the only thing I did in terms of material, I just got some, like those new socks that are out there now that they compress the muscle vibrations, etc. And that really helped me. And so throughout the marathon, or the half marathon, I ran with this, and it sort of helped the pain not progress and too much. There was pain, but I was so in the flow. It was such an amazing experience for me, and I did better than I thought I was going to do. I went 1 hour 40 minutes, and so I was really pleased with that. And then the following week and a half, I struggled to walk. It was really, really painful, and rested, iced it, and so now I'm back in running again, and it's almost 100% healed. And okay, so all this to say that sometimes you really have to push yourself to a limit in order to get somewhere and to learn about yourself, to learn what your potential is, etc. And it's in really how you manage that limitation and how you push that limit that's where the important awareness lies. And for this, you really have to drop into yourself and stay connected. You really have to self-inquire. You really have to be aware of your ego. So all these things contribute to how you push your own edges. And, you know, evolving in sport is about pushing your own edges. So, yeah, that's the insight I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was quite long, but it's always good to sit here and speak to you guys. Thanks for your comments. Drop me questions and comments below. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will get back to you on Monday. Right? I'm here with my dog. And so we go boom!